I am trapped in an elevator right now. I'm not gonna lie, it's a little bit my fault. I pressed the call button and it went to my apartment person. Of course, they called me sir as soon as I said hello. Hello, sir. Number one, I'm not sir. Number two, I'm trapped in an elevator. In that order. I'd rather be stuck in an elevator and called ma'am than out of an elevator and called sir. And that's the truth.
Okay guys, so for today's video, we're going to be talking about this story that's been kind of making its rounds in the media. It's a story about a trans woman, aka a man, recording himself at restaurants. I think he's supposed to be some sort of food critic, or thinks he's a food critic, I don't know. But he constantly records himself eating and talking to the camera or live streaming. And he made a compilation of all the times the wait staff refer to him as sir. Now, this video has been making its rounds, but I just quickly wanted to go through some of this article. The title is Bizarre Moment Trans Woman Secretly Records Restaurant Staff Calling Her Sir, with social media users slamming her for egocentric power trip. Now just kind of goes through what I was saying here. This is the individual in question. This is different captions or different screenshots of when he said it hurts. It's like a knife in the heart. But right here, the person who did post this to Twitter or X, whatever it is now, I like this quote from them. When you demand that everyone not use their eyes, ears, and brains, and you ask for the manager when they don't. It's nothing but an egocentric power trip for these people. Matt Walsh apparently also replied to this. A few other people who are servers, talked about how just out of respect, a lot of people say sir, ma'am. But before we get into the video, what caught my attention was actually I had seen this individual, I think a few months ago, addressing some teens who I guess were walking by and called him sir, or was asking him a question and said sir, and he freaked out there and tried to make an example of them or catch them on camera, something like that. So here's that video.
I am not sir.
No, you're not.
Do you want to say that to the camera? Hundreds and hundreds of people watching you?
Me right now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, no.
No, go ahead. You just called me a man. Don't be a coward. Don't be a coward. Yeah, you're a coward. Come on over. Say what you got to say to me. Oh, you don't want to call me a man to my face? Come on over. What do you got to say? What do you got to say about transgender people?
I didn't know you were trans.
Yeah, go ahead.
You didn't know you was trans.
Go ahead.
I did not know this man was trans. Wait, what do you go by? What do you go by?
Does it matter?
It does, because I'm asking you.
Say what you got to say. There's a lot of people watching you.
The real question is, it doesn't matter if you're transgender or not. Are you with that? Are you with the people that march and be like, we're coming for your kids? That's where it's bad. That's when it gets bad. Oh, you need to stay up.
What can you get? What's your name?
Me?
Yeah.
K.
K?
K.
K-A-Y?
K-A-Y.
Can I ask why you didn't step in? What you were standing and watching? They called me a pedophile. They were verbally harassing me.
I didn't hear him call you that. I didn't know. I honestly had no idea what conversation you were having.
So even in that video, you can see that gentleman says, sorry, didn't know you were trans. What did you want to be referred as? He quickly says, doesn't matter. When he's like, well, it does, because I'm asking you. The other gentleman then says, well, it doesn't really matter what you are, as long as you're not one of those people who are after the kids. I think that's a fair statement. But then, typical fashion, it seems like, this person goes to the management or the wait staff and asks them how come they didn't step in, or how come you didn't intervene when, they're simply doing their job. Nothing was actually happening there. He said he was verbally abused or verbally harassed when all that happened was him being called sir. He also accused that gentleman of calling him, a pedo, which clearly he didn't say that. He just said, as long as you're not one of those, it doesn't matter what you are. But you're going to spin the story the way you're going to spin the story. Now, with all that being said, let's get into the actual video and we'll watch it all together, all right?
It looks like he's having a nice feast.
She, her.
Go ahead. Yeah, it's okay. It's all good.
But it was not all good.
Hi. I use she, her pronouns. I'm not sir. Yeah, like it's like a knife in the heart. I did specifically ask ahead of time not to be called sir. Yeah, I'm just gonna go. Yeah, the sweet water starts at okay. I'm so sorry. I apologize. It's just always like a knife. It always hurts every single time. I was wondering if there's a manager I could talk to about something that happened. Yeah, I was called sir. Oh, okay. It just really sucks every time it happens. Sorry about that. I don't need to be called ma'am. I just need to not be called sir, you know? Thank you.
With the deepest voice, I don't need to be called ma'am. I just don't need to be called sir. It's like, come on, you're not even trying.
Did you call me sir? I just want to tell you that the person who gave me this called me sir. What? Called me sir. Oh.
Even this wait staff is like, what? Called you sir? He's like, yeah, call me sir. Okay.
It's just like, it kind of just hurts a lot to get called sir.
Oh, sorry about that. Okay.
Very good. Thank you so much. No, yeah. Thank you. I'm not a sir. Nothing like a good misgendering. It is a knife in the gut when I get called sir. I feel like I need to tell him. I need to tell him that hurt. It hurts more when it's not intentional because it means like this is sir to him. I know you didn't mean it, but
you know, it's frustrating and irritating to watch this because clearly he's saying like, I understand that these people are doing this not intentionally. They're clearly just doing their job. They see you, they see a man. And you now have multiple videos at different locations of waitstaff calling you sir. I think it's safe to say that you're not fooling anybody and that everybody just sees you as a man. You then stating this is what they think a woman looks like. No, that's not the case. Simply because you put on feminine clothing, you wear a halter top or you put on lipstick, you let your hair down to prove to them, oh, look, I'm a woman. That's not what makes you a woman. Especially when you go, I'm not a sir. Like, hello. Just like the article stated, you're asking people to stop using their brains, stop using their eyes, and stop using their ears. They clearly can see you. Just because you're wearing feminine clothing does not make you a woman. They can clearly see you and hear you and realize, oh, this is a man. He might be a gay man. He might be an effeminate man. He might be a man who likes to wear women's clothing. Who knows? But woman isn't what crosses my mind. So it's just mind-blowing that you are this offended. And even when you state that you know that they're not doing it intentionally, you still have to go at them. You still have to call the managers. You still have to like put them in the spot. It's just crazy to me.
I'm not a sir. I'm so sorry. It's okay. I know you didn't mean it. It's just, it hurts. I know when people clock me, it's fine, but like it does kind of hurt.
Look at that. When people clock me, it's not hard to clock you. They just look at you and they can see this is a man dressed up in feminine clothing wearing lipstick. I would never think looking at you, oh, this is a woman.
Thank you. I'm not sir.
Oh, sorry.
Not sir. Not sir. The guy who dropped the food off, he called me sir twice in a row.
Oh, oh no. Twice in a
Thank you. I
row.
appreciate that.
It's just so absolutely ridiculous that this person acknowledges that these people are just working. They don't mean it. They're even taking the time to actually apologize, which I don't think any of them should. But, you have these people apologizing and you still emphasize in either digging into it, saying like, oh yeah, it really, really hurts, this and that, or calling a manager and getting these people into more trouble. Like, what is your end goal? Are the general managers or managers just supposed to fire the wait staff because you quote unquote misgendered them? Is that what they're supposed to do? They're supposed to go to the back, say like, "Hey, Bobby, you know, unfortunately, we got to let you go. You called that man a sir." Like, what a ridiculous concept. Like, why are you going to the managers or even confronting the staff? So what, now they have to walk on eggshells around every other customer because you had a problem with them using the term sir? And I noticed this person has made other videos expressing that they're very sensitive to language that's used towards them. That's a you problem. That's not a everyone else problem. But I just found this absolutely hilarious. Thought you guys might all get a kick out of it if you haven't seen it already. If you have, oh well, enjoy it again. And as always, leave your comments in the comment section below, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Thanks so much.